Hi you guys, we're on week 3 of the Artist's Way journey. Took a week off and changed the day to Tuesday. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we're going to also be going through the exercises that we did in week 2 and kind of the opportunities that came in based on that work that I did. And so first of all, the morning pages are amazing. They really organize my thoughts, and I'm not perfect. There are days that I haven't done them, or days where I look and I only wrote a few sentences. So I'm not perfect. I definitely have realized I have to do it first thing in the morning or it doesn't get done. And I think we were saying last time, they turned into prayer, you know, which is such a beautiful thing, because oftentimes, I know for myself, I forget to take the time to do that, and so really interesting. So the opportunities that came in, the first one was I was invited to do an international radio program. My friend Kofunya Ife does a monthly radio show called Feel the Vibes from Your Guides on wolfspiritradio.com, and she asked me to fill in, and I did, and then it went so well that I was invited on one of the even more popular shows called Ever Beyond with JP, and I'll link those below. I'm really excited that I had that opportunity. Both of those opportunities. I feel like they came directly from this process, from, you know, really committing to, I know it feels like I didn't commit because I missed a week, but I really had to focus. They were 2-hour programs, so I really needed to focus on, I even used my morning pages to just prepare, and the synchronicities are crazy because, we'll get to that in a minute, but so let's go through some of the exercises for this week. Oh, and I'll link the radio shows below so that you're able to listen in if you're interested. The first one was about getting in touch with your inner magic and manifestation possibilities for 2018, and then the second one I did with Ever Beyond had to do with taking your power back, how we give away our power, and a little exercise that I think is really helpful in taking our power back and just living on purpose. So the work we did is we went back through our affirmations from week 1, and we looked and felt which ones still stood out and didn't really resonate. And for me, I had written about being provided for perfectly and being paid for my work, and I still don't feel like that's true. That's something I'd really like to work on. I had a great astrology reading with Anne Orderly, who's a New York astrologer, and she let me know that in a past life, I think it's because my North Node's in Pisces, or my Moon's in Pisces, so she said that can mean in a past life I was an artist, and also I wasn't paid for my work. It was more of a barter situation. So in this life, that's something I have to work on and commit to and realize for myself. So I'm still working on that. So that's what stood out to me. Where does time go? Much of my time these past 2 weeks went to preparing for the radio shows. I didn't feel pressure. I felt like this was a rightful opportunity that was a good match for me. So I didn't feel nervous. I mean, right before I went on air, I felt nervous, but I felt like it was well-deserved. Like, I've been preparing for this and doing my work, and that it was just a great opportunity where preparation met opportunity, and I feel like I had some success there. I'd love to do it again, possibly have my own show on that station. I would love that. So I'm saying that so you'll witness me and work on manifesting that. I also do like a general card reading every day for Facebook and Instagram, and it's a crystal card reading. And I find that I waste a lot of time just trying to get into the mood to do it. I don't really always want to do it. I don't always enjoy it. It definitely feels like work now because it's an everyday thing. And some of the crystals I haven't met in person, so I have to tune in to the energy, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy for me to put in, and I'm not compensated fairly for it. So I have to really rethink that. And is that something I want to give away for free? So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I'd love your advice and wisdom in the comments. I was thinking of doing Patreon. I started an account and haven't really done anything with it yet. I don't know if that's the right place for me too. So I'm still thinking. I'm still trying to work that out. Again, I need support around how do I make money off of my skills. I love giving stuff away for free, and it's just not good for me. So that's another thing. I resist doing those readings. I have a lot of friends that call and want to talk, and usually I don't mind. And most of them have really good boundaries. They understand if I'm not available and how much, and you know, it takes a lot of energy for me to talk on the phone. So a little bit of that, a little bit of taking up my mental energy there. Okay, so I listen to the playback of the radio shows a lot these past couple of weeks, and I guess week, and some of it was a little cringy to my ears, and then I learned from it. Certainly I felt like, wow, I kind of get a formula. I understand what could be a great way to move forward. I like working with someone live. It feels right. So there's a lot there. I listened to the playback a lot and critiqued myself and tried to learn and grow from it, because I do feel like I could be good at it. This was my first time, so it's a learning curve, and I think I really did really well. I prepared, you know, I didn't leave anything to chance. I really prepared, so it was great. Yeah, I think that's it. I tend to watch a lot of YouTube videos of mentors and even just some that are they feel like they're my friends. But I love watching inspirational, motivational, and how-to in business and things like that on YouTube. So then we made like a chart of our time, or no, a chart of the friends in our lives, people in our lives, and who we felt we could talk to, who are supportive of our creativity and our process and any successes, and then those who maybe we shouldn't talk to right now. And I didn't have too many that I needed to avoid. Then we had to write a list of 20 things that we enjoy doing and when the last time we did them was. And it's been a while for a lot of these, you know, dance, sing, act, write, read, daydream, watch a movie, hang out with friends, laugh, date, take a class, go to a bookstore, go shopping, work out, swim in the ocean, play basketball, be on a stage, have a healing session, meditate with stones, go to the theater. Some of these, it hasn't been that long, but like go on a date 2 months ago maybe. It's hard to meet people in this town. There's not a lot of like-minded people here. I haven't really searched out all my options, but still, it's a different climate here than New York. Let's see. Go to a bookstore. It's been like a month. Go shopping a month. Work out a couple of months. I need to work out to feel okay. Swim in the ocean 3 months. Play basketball years. Be on stage a year. Have a healing session for myself 6 months. Meditate with stones a month. Go to the theater years. I think the last thing I saw on Broadway was Newsies. Okay, this is a serious situation. So 2 favorite things to do for the week's goal. Okay, so 2 of those things I need to reinstate. I said, I'll find a safe space to really sing. I sang in the car a little bit today. It's just not the same as doing all my warm-ups and going through repertoire and things. And then go to the gym and ease my way back into a workout routine. That's something I definitely need to do. Just to feel okay and to think correctly, I need to breathe and, you know, be in my body that way. Affirmation from week 1 that caused the most reaction. The I am provided for perfectly. Yeah, financially, I don't think that's true. I do believe I'm worth more for the effort I put into my work. I deserve more compensation. I just do. That's just how it is. I gotta heal whatever it is that, I mean, it's probably some kind of worthiness situation. I did read a book called Money is Your Friend. I can't remember the author. He talked about rebirthing. And it's funny, on the radio show I just did with JP on Never Beyond about taking your power back, he talked about the method he works with in breathing and getting people to breathe back into their diaphragm and use that breath to help people think correctly again, think in a healthy way. And I found that interesting because the author of that book, which was a really old book, I bought it used, talked about rebirthing, which is a method of learning to breathe properly again, going back through the birthing process as far as breath and what it was like to take our first breath. And I always requested that they do a class around that at the Open Center, and they always ignored me. Always. Always. I always put it on every feedback form. Rebirthing. No, they never wanted to do it. They said it was controversial. I was like, all right. So after that, what did I say? Oh, imaginary lives I'd like to live. Queen, dancer, CEO of a company, that could be fun. Radio personality, and I got to live that twice. Hermit, living it, living the dream. And then we did a little chart about how much time and energy we give certain aspects of our lives. Spirituality, exercise, play, work, friends, romance, and adventure. And mine is mostly spirituality, and everything else is really deficient. So it's a really clumsy wheel right now. It's not spinning properly. And then we wrote 10 tiny changes we would like to make. I don't want to make this too long. I would like to get back to the gym, obviously. I would like to go to sleep earlier, please. I would like to go to a local magic store owned by a former classmate of mine. I went to Catholic school, and he was kind of a goth kind of kid, and I guess he owns a magic store. I would love to go in there and just check it out. Who knows? Maybe I could find a space there where I belong in this community. I would like to make some progress on the script idea I have. I would like to spend more time outside, in the outdoors. I would like to work ahead a bit for my social media job to feel like I'm not constantly on my gadgets. I'd love to have a break from that. I'd like to have 2 new clients that I work with in person. I'd like to get a massage table I found on Amazon so that I don't have to rent space and adhere to the rules of the Reiki Center here. I'd like to spend more time with my family that lives here, and I'd like to do like a cleanse or a fast for a couple of days. And the ones that I will do this week is go to the magic store, and that could also be my artist date. And then it says do that item. And now for week 3 in this chapter, the synchronicity is crazy. This week we'll be recovering a sense of power, and that's the topic I just talked about. I didn't realize that that's what we'd be working on. I hadn't read ahead, so the synchronicity is crazy there. And in this upcoming chapter, we're going to look at our anger, synchronicity, shame, and dealing with criticism. So I'm kind of amazed that how on point that was with the radio show I just did. So that's it, you guys. I will see you next week. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. If you're following along, like this video, turn on the notifications so you know when a new video is uploaded. And I will see you next week. Good night.